What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Joseph, aka Jay with the Grits, and I'm back once again with my man Leon the Baller. What's going on, Leon?
What's good, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. You know, the NBA playoffs are starting today. Well, maybe not the playoffs exactly, but you know, you got the NBA play-in games. That's what's happening right now.
Right.
And just want to let everybody know that we are live. We're live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. I do have something going on right now on Instagram. So we are coming at you right now. And we just want to say thank you right now for everybody that is tuning in to the podcast. This is a version of Grits on the Go. And this is where, you know, me and Leon just kind of pop up anytime, any place, just kind of bringing you the raw when it comes to sports. And what is happening right now is the play-in matchups for the NBA playoffs. As people are familiar with and those who are not, the 7th and 8th seed will play each other in both the East and also the Western Conference. The 8th and 9th, the 9th and 10th seeds will be playing each other in the East and the Western Conference for a battle to actually go to the NBA playoffs and duke it out to see who's going to be crowned the champ. This is a new tournament, Leon. I mean, it was introduced in the bubble. How you feel about it?
I mean, I understand the concept of it. I think the NBA is trying to make the NBA more interesting. So, you know, and it also, I mean, I guess it's okay from a fan perspective, but for teams that's been working hard all year to get their placements and to seed at least 7 seed, you know, I'm all for the play-in tournament if it's 8, 9, 10. But that 7 seed got to be solidified for a team who's worked all year to maintain that position. But neither here nor there. We are in the play-in tournament, so I know it's going to be exciting. I know that they're trying to get the ratings boost, and they're trying to find creative ways to boost the ratings. But I am excited because this gives teams chances to come in and to possibly upset a 7 and an 8 seed. So I'm excited about it, bro. I think it's gonna be pretty good. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it before on the most recent episode, and whoever hasn't had a chance to actually go watch the newest episode, definitely go ahead and subscribe to that YouTube channel at Morning Grits. So that way you can look at the new episode. But we talked about the 9th and the 10th seed. You know, do those teams actually deserve to be in the playoffs? Do they actually deserve to be in some type of tournament play to get in? Like you said, Leon, you got these teams that have been battling each other all year long. You know, the Lakers has slipped down to the 7th spot. You know, Steph Curry, Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry had a remarkable April, which propelled the Golden State Warriors from being a last place team and all the way to 8th position. Now the Warriors have to fight for that slot. So what we're going to do today is kind of break down, you know, what we feel or what you feel how the bracket is going to turn out.
No, absolutely. I mean, yeah. I mean, I like I said, I feel that it's going. I think that is the most exciting game in the play-in tournament is the Lakers and the Warriors. So I'm really excited about that tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. That is tomorrow. We do have a game that's coming on really soon in the next few minutes. You got the Indiana Pacers who are playing the Charlotte Hornets. We all know that Michael Jordan's team has been rebuilt. You know, LaMelo Ball, the number 2 pick, number 3 pick. Sorry, but the number 1 pick of the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball has transformed the Charlotte Hornets. They also have Terry Rozier. You have Miles Bridges, who's been pretty flashy this year with all these dunks that he's been putting down. And you have Gordon Hayward, who's always been consistent when he's not injured. You know, so they have a pretty solid squad. Leon, they are the 10th squad. They're going against the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers, you know, have all-stars. The Indiana Pacers with, you know, Sabonis. Sabonis is down there. You know, he's good any night for a triple-double. So you never know what to expect from Sabonis. So you can always just kind of keep a lookout for that. And then you also have Karis LeVert being traded from from the Brooklyn Nets.
Well,
You know,
let me interject. Let me interject with you on there. I love the Pacers, but as of earlier today, Karis LeVert
so
has broken NBA protocol, and he has to quarantine for
this is a good
14 days.
match.
So LeVert is out multiple games because of NBA protocol. I guess he went somewhere he wasn't supposed to go. So LeVert will not be playing for tonight's game.
No.
He has to quarantine for 14 days. So the Pacers are without their number one scorer. So I'm a just so I don't know if you knew that, but
I didn't.
Yes, LeVert is out, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, my man Leon is over there breaking the news, y'all. Karis LeVert is not playing today.
No.
And they need him. They need that scoring punch. But, I mean, you got TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell is a really good defensive guard. He's not a Karis LeVert, but he's a really good defensive guard. And then you have Miles Turner. You know, both of these guys are both up for Defensive Player of the Year candidates. You know, so anything can happen when it comes to, you know, the Indiana Pacers being on the floor, at least from, you know, making it a low-scoring game. Who do you got in this game, Leon? What do you like about this matchup?
I love the Pacers. Like I said, I would love them more with LeVert, with their number one scorer out. I think they're a great up-and-coming team. They're young, but like I said, I don't think they have enough firepower to beat the Hornets. I think LaMelo Ball is must-see TV with Gordon Hayward and all those guys that are over there that are very effective offensively. I think that I give the edge to them tonight, only because the Pacers because of LeVert. I'm going to go Charlotte Hornets, man.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Karis LeVert's not playing. It kind of changed, like.
Mm-hmm.
Really, he's the first ball to actually go to the playoffs, Leon. And this is LaMelo's first year. Lonzo didn't get a chance to do with the Lakers, and Lonzo and the Pelicans missed the playoffs. They missed that 10th slot, you know, especially with Zion getting hurt. So they had an opportunity to get into the playoffs themselves as well. So LaMelo Ball, just looking forward to seeing him. How do you think he's going to perform today?
I think he's must-see TV. I think he's really must-see TV. I think he's going to perform. I think the kid has been winning since high school. Since I've been watching him, I think he's going to go in with a certain amount of poise. He has a certain swagger to his game. He plays like he belongs in the NBA. And if you notice anything about the ball boys, nothing really rattles them as far as games and things like that. So I do expect them to come out and really pick the Indiana Pacers apart. Well.
Yeah, just for everybody that's tuning in, we definitely appreciate you guys, you know, tuning in to the podcast show. We are live. We're live on Instagram. So what's up to everybody out there on Instagram? I do appreciate you guys coming on in and, you know, joining here for this festivities right here for the podcast. And then everybody who's on Facebook Live and as well as YouTube Live. So thank you so much for tuning in and joining us. And we're just talking about the NBA playing games currently. We're talking about the Boston Celtics. Leon, one of these teams that nobody thought would be, at least I didn't think. I thought the Boston Celtics would be one of those top 4 teams in the East and really pose a threat to win the championship. But now we know that Jaylen Brown is not playing, and we got the Washington Wizards, who triple-double Westbrook is going to be playing. But your boy Bill has also been a little injured, nicked up with the hamstring. Leon, what's going down with this matchup?
Well, it's going to be interesting. I know that the Celtics they're really unachieved this year. They haven't lived up to the hype. There's talks about their coach Stevenson being on a hot seat. They just underperformed. I mean, they structured this team. Kemba Walker seems like he can't stay healthy, and then one of your main pieces in Jaylen Brown that went down. You lose a lot of firepower. Like I said, you look at the Celtics and you're like, man, what could have been, because that time is starting to pass.
Yeah.
You got Marcus Smart. What you gonna do with him? What are you gonna do with some of these players that you got? Because obviously you guys are not moving in the direction that you want to. Now you're sitting in the 7th seed when you should be a top 2-3 team in the league. So very, very disappointed with the Celtics. But then on the other hand, you have the Wizards, who's hot right now. Other than Stephen Curry, Russell Westbrook is the hottest player in the NBA, and so he's dangerous. He's just that dangerous. So to go into a one-on-one game with Westbrook and Bradley Beal and the Wizards, I think I'm gonna go with the Wizards because I think right now they're one of the hottest teams in the league, and they have one of the best players on the planet in Russell Westbrook, and he's showing it right now. So I gotta give the tip to the Wizards because they're hot right now, and I just don't see Boston being able to uphold or to even beat the Wizards at this point because they just at this point don't have enough firepower.
Yeah, man, Leon, you know what? I was kind of tossed up on this game.
Mm-hmm.
And and you're just really looking at a Russell Westbrook for the Wizards. Granted, he has been balling. He has been, kind of bringing the team together, with this style of play. They look really good, and they are exciting. You're right about that. Russell Westbrook is one of the most exciting players in the league and has been for a very long time. And I don't think he's got enough consideration for even being an MVP candidate. Not an MVP, but the type of numbers that he has put up deserves to be considered an MVP candidate, at least for a discussion. Mm-hmm. The Boston Celtics are still a defensive team. They really haven't found an identity this year, which I think, kind of cost them. And so that's probably why, the coach has had some issues with the team and the cohesion of the team. But I don't know. I think it's going to be a close game. And I think Boston's going to pull this one out.
Right. I mean, that's where we part ways. I just don't see it. I just don't see an answer. And I love Jason Tatum. I think that he's an up and coming superstar. He's just not there yet. I'm not impressed with him this year. I definitely think he didn't achieve the where he should have been. He should have been moving into that superstar type caliber player. But it seemed like he struggled with some lingering injuries, and he struggled a little bit this year. So because of that, and not having Kemba Walker tonight, I don't think they have Kemba Walker tonight. Don't have Jaylen Brown. They don't have enough firepower, man. So I still got to stick with the Wizards.
Okay, hey, and that's fine. So we both got the Hornets tonight. Hornets versus Pacers. So we both chose the Hornets, and you're going with the Wizards, and I'm going with Boston. So we definitely want to keep tabs and tallies on that. So I feel like there's going to be a gentleman's bet going on sometime soon.
Right.
Leon versus the San Antonio Spurs. I really don't even want to talk about these guys, Leon. They got nothing to really talk about, and I don't really think that they both should be in the playoffs. The only thing exciting would be for John Morant, to finally see him get an opportunity for a playing game. So that's kind of cool. But the Spurs, Greg Popovich's run is over. The Spurs have looked trash. They look dismal, for the last few years. I think Pops is kind of done. You don't have that Tim Duncan player. You don't know what to really do with DeRozan. They're just not really looking good. They got rid of some of their players. I think it was Patty Mills. Now I could be wrong, but they're not the team that they used to be. What do you think about this 9-10 matchup with the Memphis Grizzlies and also the Spurs?
I don't know. When do they play tonight too, right? They play what at let me see. When do they play? They play tonight, right? No.
Yeah. No, tomorrow. This is tomorrow's game.
Tomorrow's game. Well, Spurs, they dominated the league with the Lakers in their early 2000s. Lost some players and got some players, they end up, I think that they're in rebuilding mode now. So, I don't expect much from them. But never kick a sleeping dog. Popovich always have some stuff sleeves. I never, at this point, I think it's going to be battle of the coaches, and we're going to see who can outcoach who. Because as far as talent, they got John Morant, but then they have DeMar DeRozan, so there are some talent lineup issues. But I think ultimately, man, I got to go with the veterans. I think the Spurs are going to pull it out. I really do, because of the experience, and I think Popovich is going to outcoach. I'll coach him. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, Popovich has that experience. I mean, he's been to the finals. I mean, he's a champion five times. He's head coach of the team. For men's basketball, go wrong with a coach like that. So I would kind of I don't know. Leon. That's a really great pick, man. I'm kind of torn on this one, man. I really think Ja Morant's going to have a great game. I'm betting on Ja Morant right now.
I mean,
I'm betting on Ja Morant. So come through in the clutch for me, boy.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
And the matchup that everybody's kind of been waiting for tomorrow, the LA Lakers versus Golden State Warriors. Leon, I'll go ahead and let you do your thing on this one.
Well, shoot. I mean, I'm going to definitely pick the Lakers to win, even though Stephen Curry should be considered for MVP candidate, even though he's not really on the top 5. He's not even on the top 5 list, I don't believe, which is crazy. The guy is proving himself at this age to lead the league in scoring, to take his team where he doesn't have no help as far as star power talent. And he brought his team all the way back to sit in that 8th seed. What he's done is nothing players that I can say that are in that category with Russell Westbrook. But kudos to Steph. He turned the season around. He could have easily just kind of wrote the season out, came back with Clay Dre next year, and had and then they're in the championship conversation on finals conversation at that point. But them going against the Lakers. What I like about the Lakers is that they're built for this. They're built to pick you up 80 feet from the basket. Shooter is going to be a pass. We're going to double. So I think the Lakers are going to really give Steph different looks, double, triple teams, and I would live with other people hitting shots. And so I think that will probably be the Lakers' plan going in, is let everybody else beat us. But then they got to worry about AD. Then they got to worry about LeBron, and then they got to worry about Drummond, who is just he killer on the boards. I just don't think they have any answers for the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers are too powerful, too strong. Now, mind you, this is a game 7 in actuality, but I just don't think that the Golden State have enough firepower to beat the Lakers. So I'm gonna go with the Lakers in this one.
They don't have enough firepower. I mean, Steph Curry is Steph Curry. He's the chef. He's always cooking up something, especially when he's deep in the pot or deep from 3, and Steph Curry has just had a remarkable season, MVP type season. There's been a couple of guys that have been talking about Steph Curry being a potential MVP this year. Leon, they are sitting in an 8th seed. He has done a lot to put his team in. The cool thing about the 7th and 8th seed is that if one of these teams actually lose, they get another chance to play again, because the 7th and 8th seeds loser plays the winner of the 9th and 10th seed. So Golden State, in your eyes, is going to be playing Memphis. Memphis just got beat by Golden State a couple of nights ago. They got it handed to them. So it looks like that Golden State is actually going to that Golden State is going to retain that number 8 slot, right? So you got the Lakers in 7. Golden State's going to be in that 8th slot. What is that? Is that where you're at with it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think that they're going to make the playoffs. They're better than the Spurs or the Grizzlies. And I think one of the top matchups that you're going to want to see is the Jazz and Golden State, because I think at the end of the day, Golden State can beat the Jazz. They line up their teams. Even though Jazz are more efficient on offense, but you put a guy, who's more. I mean, Golden State is just more experienced. This is the first time that experience might play a part in the first round against the Jazz. So I think I really believe that the Lakers going to tie up 7, Golden State going to tie up 8, that's how it is right now. And 9 and 10 is actually really going to be out. I mean, if you think about it, they're going around. And if the Lakers and Golden State end up in 7th and 8th, that's where they are right now. So it's, why do we have to turn? But anyway, neither here nor there.
Exactly.
So I think that, the Jazz and Golden State is going to be a great, great addition. It's going to be a great series to watch. So I definitely agree.
Yeah, Leon, and thanks for kind of bringing this to the attention, because right now we're doing an episode for the play-in games, and we're going to come back at them, Leon. Well, once the playoffs have been solidified, you have made your predictions, Leon. We just got to get the East Conference to see what teams are going to be 7th and what team's going to be 8th from you, Leon. But then we're going to come back to everybody with a playoff prediction. We're going to pick the champion, which don't want to give you guys, but if you guys pay attention to the Morning Grist podcast, you kind of have an idea of what we're going to choose. But at the same time, I want to say that our pick is not biased. We do come at you with real raw facts. We come at you with a really great perspective of the game. And we understand that in basketball, listen, when it comes down to a 7-game series, it's going to be really, really tough, and it's a grind out competition, And so there's only a few teams in the league right now that can even go 7 games with a team like the Lakers, with a team like the Nets, with a team like the Bucks, and also with a team like Golden State. So that's a tough team that you probably don't want to see in a 7-game series, like you were saying too. Indiana, Charlotte, you got the Hornets. Then you also have the Washington Wizards in that 7th slot. So the Washington Wizards are going to move forward. It's going to be Boston. Well, who's your 7th and 8th from the East, Leon?
My 7th and 8th from the East. Let me see. My 7th is going to be the Wizards. And then my 8th is going to be the Hornets. Wizards and the Hornets.
Okay. Wizards and the Hornets. Nice. Dude, that's going to be a high-scoring game. That's going to be a fun, high-scoring game. Yes.
It is.
If they play each other. That's your 7th and 8th.
Well, I don't know. As we talking, the Pacers are up 30-16, so.
I just looked at the score right now, man. What in the world is going on? It's still early. It's only the first quarter.
Going crazy right now, so
my goodness.
I think it'll neutralize. We'll see.
Hey, all these awards are coming out right now. Monty Williams just got Coach of the Year.
Yeah, congratulations to him.
Hey, shout out to Monty Williams.
Man, that's an amazing accomplishment to go. Not even in the playoffs, I don't think, until the second seed that's pretty remarkable, man. So shouts out to Phoenix Suns, man. They're dangerous. They're dangerous, man.
They are dangerous, and shout out to Monty. That dude's been through a lot. These past few years. Losing his wife. Having to sit out as a head coach. And then coming back. So he had a resurgence. And it says a lot to his character. And it says a lot to. I'm sure there was a lot of players that were in the league and a lot of people that were in the league. That kind of helped him to be uplifted. The league is like a brotherhood, and so Monty Williams is one of those people that everybody they love him. You know what I mean? And so just to have that type of guy, with what I know as far as his personality, as far as his like integrity to be able to win, Coach of the Year. And Leon, we said it here first, Leon, on the Morning Grist podcast this morning, and I already had it ready. I posted that Monty Williams was going to win Coach of the Year, and voila, Voila.
He did it. See, I mean, that just goes to show you that everybody who have not tuned in the morning grits, if you want to get accurate predictions on what's happening, we've been doing it for a year and a half, 2 years now, where we've been accurate on a lot of occasions. So if you're not tuning in, make sure y'all tune in, man, because y'all missing the good stuff.
They're missing all the good stuff, Leon. Hey, so look, me and you kind of had this conversation. I mean, there's some of these like awards that kind of mean things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Defensive Player of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Most Improved Player. We're gonna get Leon's Morning Grits awards. You're gonna hand out some awards today, Leon.
Okay.
Let me play some music for you. Dun, 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 dun. We want you, Leon.
Okay, we got the music and everything. Okay, I see.
That's my sound of the horn, man. Let the horns play. All right, who we got, Leon? So Rookie of the Year. It's either going to be like LaMelo Ball or Anthony Edwards. Who's Rookie of the Year for you?
Okay, so look. Initially going in before the end of the season, my Rookie of the Year was LaMelo. LaMelo was playing excellent. He was playing great ball. He was doing his thing. I was really excited about him. He was showing himself to be, which he still is. He's a high ticket player. He's a must see TV type player. He had the numbers to support it. He's back in the starting lineup. I was going with Melo until he got hurt. I think when he got hurt, it affected his standing because Anthony Edwards continued to play well, and I think Anthony Edwards is a superstar. No doubt, he is a leader. He is a franchise player. So for Rookie of the Year, I gotta give the nudge, even though it's still close. I do gotta give the nudge, and I love LaMelo Ball. I still gotta give the nudge to Anthony Edwards because he's still playing well. He's an amazing player.
Yeah, and we talk about how like coaching is everything in the NBA, and I know it's a players' league, and some say that you have to, Leon, especially you always talk about being in the right system. Mm-hmm. Coaching is everything in the NBA, and since Anthony Edwards had that coaching change out there in Minnesota, the team has been so much better.
Yeah.
And he's been so much better. So, okay, Leon. Well, who's your most improved player?
Most improved player. Julius Randle. Only because Julius Randle, I mean, he could put in I think he's moving an all-star, potentially removing that franchise player. He can play consistently. From where he was last year, he's actually the most improved player. He got the Knicks in the playoffs, number 6 or 5, somewhere right along those lines. His numbers are proved. He's averaging 24 points a game, 10 rebounds, so he's averaging double, 0.25 blocks. Those are franchise player type numbers.
Wow.
That's a big jump from last year. So he's a double every night. He plays hard. He has that mentality that he plays with now. I love his approach to the game, and he's that guy now. So definitely Julius Randle. No disrespect to Michael Porter Jr. or Jeremy Grant, Christian Woods. I just need Julius to have a remarkable season.
Yeah, right on. Definitely, Leon. And we got a few more left. We got the 6th Man of the Year. Leon, who is your 6th Man of the Year?
Oh, man. Everybody knows. Give it up for Jordan Clarkson.
JC.
The guy is playing out his mind. He's carried the team. He has the green light. He's an assassin. He's an assassin. Not great on I would love to see him improve on the defensive end, but who really need defense when you can play offense like that. So he's that guy. There's nobody even close to Julius Randle this year. I mean, not Julius Randle, Jordan Clarkson. So, man, and the two we're talking about, they're ex-Lakers, man. So Lakers can pick talent, but I'm glad to see that those guys are thriving in the NBA and doing well.
Yeah, definitely. Lakers do have a great eye for talent. The development of those players with the Lakers was on a large incline. One thing that Luke Walton did was help to develop that young talent. And it's good to see former Lakers go to another place that they can fit in a system that is conducive for their game and they're able to produce. So shout out to Julius Randle. Shout out to Jordan Clarkson, ex-Lakers. You guys are definitely doing your thing out there. So you're definitely with the grits. Defensive player of the year, Leon. Some say it could be Rudy Gobert. Some say Ben Simmons, who's on that radar. But you got guys that are playing right now, TJ McConnell, and you also got Miles Turner. Yeah, they're potential guys that are on that defensive player of the year list and could win. Yeah. Do you go with the obvious choice and picking Rudy Gobert, the Stifle Tower, or do you do something else? What's up?
I mean, according to Vegas Insider, Rudy Gobert is not even on that list.
Whoa, okay.
He's not even on that list. And Rudy Gobert got to be in a conversation because he's the enforcer for the best team in the league at this point, record wise. But Bam Adebayo made a press for being considered. He's not on the list. I'm sorry, Bam, you ain't there yet, brother. But I do have to. I think it's a toss-up between Ben Simmons and Giannis.
Okay. Wow.
Because Ben Simmons have been playing extremely well on defense. This year he's been actually doing really well on defense, and so have Giannis. But Giannis is always in that conversation. So I'm going to go with Ben Simmons. I think Ben Simmons is going to win it this year because he ain't got a jump shot, which you can improve on defense, but you can't improve that jumper. Come on, Ben, let's do this.
Right.
But he definitely he's taking pride this year. I think he averaging 2 point something steals a game, maybe 3 steals a game, and he's been doing that consistently over the course of the year. So he definitely is deserving of best NBA defensive player of the year.
Yeah, I mean, this dude's been doing it for the course of his career. Like you said, Leon, he ain't got no jumper, but he can get his hands in the passing lanes. He can get his hands on the ball. He gets steals. He knows how to strip, especially down low. Yeah. And the thing about this list, y'all, and the thing about what Leon just did right now, see, Leon didn't go and give the conventional pick. He didn't go with the Rudy Gobert. He went with Ben Simmons. So we not just coming out here with the obvious pick. Yo, we putting some thought into everything here. So this is why you need to follow the Morning Grits podcast.
Follow us.
We are not biased whatsoever. We bringing y'all the real. We bringing y'all the facts. And last but not least, Leon, the most valuable player, which some say could be one of the most coveted awards besides maybe winning finals MVP, is winning the regular season MVP. And it's kind of within these last few years, a foreign player has won. Giannis. Giannis wasn't even the best player in the game last year. I think LeBron James should have won it. And you already know my take on LeBron James. I'm not like a really huge, big LeBron James fan, but I definitely recognize greatness. And I recognize that LeBron James is still the best player in the game. And just because he does everything great, passing, shooting, or he's not a great jump shooter, but he scores the ball. He gets rebounds. He facilitates. He organizes. He constructs team. He's a player, GM, coach.
Absolutely. He's one of a kind.
He's one of a kind. But LeBron James can't be the MVP this year. But you have guys like Jokic. You have Embiid. To me, Chris Paul should be the MVP just because of what the Suns have done. So that's my pick.
Right.
You have guys that it could be considered like Steph Curry, Julius Randle, and maybe even Russell Westbrook. What up, Brody? Leon. Who is your most valuable player?
I mean, okay, so look, I know he's not going to win this, but no shot. I mean, I think Jokic is deserved. I mean, he's the front running candidate. Jokic, he's averaging 27 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists on 57% shooting. That's remarkable. I mean, and he's still they still what, fourth or fifth.
Yeah.
I think they fell to what, fourth or fifth. Um, you know, their finals chances are slim because of Jamal Murray, but it's just nothing short of remarkable. Joel Embiid is putting up 28 points a game, 10 rebounds, 2 assists on 51% shooting. But this guy right here have taken the team from 0 to playoffs, and I guarantee you they will lock up that HC. I know that they will, because I'm gonna go with this, because he's the best shooter of all times. That we have never seen a guy like this. We've never seen a player that totally modernized the game. Everybody plays the game after this style of basketball that he implemented. He's one of the greatest of our time. In Stephen Curry. I mean, what he's done, he's a scoring champion. He's averaged 37 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 5% on 44% shooting from the 3. I mean, he's taken, and he also made 153 3-pointers during this whole span. So, in 24 regular season games, he's averaged 37 points. I think that he should be leading in MVP, because if you take Curry off the Warriors, you really see who really is the MVP. I think that he's deserving of it. So I'm gonna go with Stephen Curry, man. And no shouts out to Jokic. I love what Jokic did. I love what Embiid is doing, but these guys cannot do. They couldn't carry a team. The Denver Nuggets and the 76ers are well put together right now. They have the squad. So when Embiid went out, they didn't lose much. So even when and to me, I think Jamal Murray is a big part of the Denver Nuggets, and because he's not there, I don't think that they're even going to make it to the Western Conference Final. I think they're a second round at most, if they can even get there. So, but Curry against the Golden State against the Jazz, you really believe that the Golden State Warriors have a chance to beat the Jazz, and that why? And the only reason why is because of that man's Stephen Curry, and so he's definitely my 2001 MVP. Yeah.
All right, y'all. You guys heard it here. Leon says Steph Curry is the 2021 NBA most valuable player. You heard it here. And we definitely want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hey, this is another live episode. We came to you today to present the picks and selections and our review of the play-in games, which will lead to the NBA playoffs. We will be back to give everybody a breakdown of the playoffs, when the playoffs are formed, and who is going to win the championship. So please stay tuned. Make sure you make sure you subscribe to the Morning Grits podcast on YouTube, on Instagram. We're also on all podcast platforms. So please, please, please tune in. Also, make sure you check the notifications so you know when we're coming with a new video, right? So definitely press that like button as well. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all have a good rest of your day.
Peace.